Again, we're here for some more coaching. This time it's going to be a terminal hardpoint, and I believe this was a wager. Was that right? A CMG game?
CMG game, yep.
Okay, CMG game, cool. So, like you said, the game was a bit difficult. You said you struggled in this one slightly, and we're going to see what you could have done better, maybe the rotation, what we could work on, all that good stuff, okay? So starting off, obviously we're on a terminal, and, oh, what's happening here? It's not letting me switch. Okay, we're chilling. We're back on it. All right, so if we back off a little bit, starting off on the P1. So, like you're kind of doing now, one thing I'm not seeing is a small talk of where you're going, okay? So unless you kind of pre-spoke about it, what you should be doing is just clarifying, okay, 2 sending here, we want 2 people going here, and just making sure you have enough people in the rotation, right? So right now, as you're going to the right-hand side, you want to make sure you have one person either middle or you kind of, I don't know why this is not closing. I might have to do it manually. That's fine. But yeah, what you want to do is you want somebody on the hill, maybe in the left corner, okay? So you want somebody like around here. You want somebody playing right where you kind of are playing now. And there's 2 other options, okay? What you can do is you can send one top white, maybe one plain, and starting to rotate very early because you want these back security spawns. They're really important for P2, okay? So that's one way of doing it. The other way is having maybe one player just sitting over here. Number 4 is quite versatile, okay? So he can either sit in the alleyway and help number 3, and if you need help on the hill, he can back off and help you. So you can see number 4 is quite versatile, right? Depending on the scenario, if number 3 dies, he can help him, or he can help you guys on the hill. So it just really depends how you want to play it, because if what you can do is you can actually stack the right side, get the kills, and then push through. I personally don't mind it like this to start the game off with, but yeah, let's see what you are kind of doing here.
I miss all my shots right here, so ignore that.
So I think the reason why you missed all your shots was, I think right now the way okay, first of all, you're not strafing like we spoke about in the in our kind of movement stuff, okay? So what you want to do is you want to strafe to maximize your aim assist, right? So right now what you're doing is you're positioned in this area where you're not maximizing your aim assist, and you're just hoping for them to walk into your pre-aim. But what you're not taking account for is them, again, jumping over your shots and jumping around the corner, which is what most people do. Now that they're there, because he got the first shot on you, he's actually going to give you flinch. You're not able to control your shots, and he's able to gun you. So it's good stuff from him, and it was a bit unfortunate, but you could have done a bit better in terms of controlling your aim assist and just trying to make yourself a harder target to hit. But more importantly, getting some shots off. Because you didn't get any shots off, you didn't give him any flinch to work with, and it was very easy for him to kill you, okay? So again, right now, you just got a 3-piece. Your team just got a 3-piece. So you're chucking a nade. I think right now it's more about looking at the mini-map. So if we look at the mini-map for a second. Oh, it takes so long to open this. 1 second. There you go. It should be. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. It's taking long. But anyway, can you see the mini-map right now? Where are your teammates positioned?
Trying to see it. One's on hill. One looks like he's in book. I can't tell.
Yeah, he looks like he's in books, right? So if we look here, one's in like books and one, like if we look at the blue dots on the screen, one's in books and they look like they're both pushing the back alley. So what you've done here, instead of looking at the minimap, your teammates don't look like they're around here. So your teammates are actually doing a good job. They're kind of pushing up, trying to get spawns, right? You're going up here. You're actually chucking a dead nade over here, which is kind of wasteful because your teammate's already there. So what you're going to be doing in this position is just pushing through as quick as possible. The reason I say as quick as possible is because these nades here, you holding the grenade, it's just slowing you down. You want to get away from Eskies as quick as possible because you want the spawns. The longer you're standing here, the longer that, like, the more likelihood they're going to spawn back here. You know what I mean? The quicker you get out of there, the quicker you push through. Every kill you then get, you're giving them a chance to spawn out. You're going to let them spawn plain, which is what you want. So right now, when your Eskies and your teammates pushed out, you should push through as quick as possible. And what I'm going to be talking about now is called, when someone's in a hill, it's kind of about bumping them, okay? Right now, you should be telling your player in the hill, Mirror, this is so important, bro. You should be going through, 45 seconds left. Your teammate's got a 3-piece. You should be pushing for PT spawns. You should say, Mirror, push out, help them, help them. As he goes out, you should be getting on the hill. So what you should be doing is right now, as he's pushing out the hill, to help his teammates, you should be bumping the hill. You should be getting in there. Now, every kill they get, there's going to be 3 of them. Every kill they get, hopefully, the red team spawn behind you. So you should be pushing out, getting the time, and then turning around and watching behind you. So you should be able to actually flip the spawn straight away. Happy with that?
Great one shot.
Make sense?
Yep, makes sense.
Because look what you're doing. 40 seconds, you're taking your time, you're watching over. I knew the stun and nade weren't going to do anything because, like I said, your teammate was there. You're going to go through middle, and there you go. You end up missing your shots, okay? So again, just about getting a bit more prepared for the gunfight, sliding through. Now, right now, it's your centering we've got to work on. So as you go through, if you know that someone might come middle, maybe even go on the right here. Maybe hold the head glitch. You know what I mean? Just position yourself a little bit better for the gunfight.
There's 2 over there.
So you're going to slide across there. And as you slide a bit too late. Because you slide a bit too late, you're actually caught mid-slide. You want to slide a bit earlier so that you slide cancel into the gunfight. So right now, you see you slide cancel, you get the first shot off, but he's able to kill you. So he goes through, he gets 1, and let's see where you spawn. So there you go, you're spawning back Eskies, and we don't really want this. We want to be spawning security for P2, okay? So you want to make sure you push forward, and we just want to make sure we get security control. So now you're going to watch middle, 25 seconds left. Your teammates, 2 of them on old. Your 1 guy's behind you, so now you're pushing library. Again, remember what we spoke about with equipment, okay?
Yeah.
Right now, if you're by yourself, maybe shoulder it, maybe snake it, not snake it, sorry, don't snake it. Snaking is GA, don't snake, maybe shoulder it, chuck a stun on the wall, just make it a bit harder. Right now, you're going through, look, you're seeing him, he's able to get the head glitch, he's able to take you out. Just very easy for them right now. They're just, all the kills are very easy for them, okay? You're not really testing them as much as we could be. So far, now look, you spawn so far out, it's crazy. Look where you spawn. You actually end up spawning on the other side of the map, where you just don't want to be spawning. So you spawn here. Now, if we look, where's the hard point? Where's P2? P2 is over here, right?
Right over there, yeah.
Now, if we forget everyone else for a second, this is going to take you about 25 seconds, like maybe 20 seconds at minimum. Like, that's assuming you're not going to get into any gunfights to get to the hill. That's why specifically on maps like Terminal and Invasion, spawns are so crucial. Maps like Skid Row, you can kind of fight on certain hills without spawns, but maps like Terminal, Invasion, like these bigger maps, you really need to have the spawns. Because right now, imagine someone spawns here, it takes them 10 seconds to get into a spot, right? Where it takes you, by the time it's 10 seconds, you're only up to Eskies. So you really need to work on spawns on this map, okay? Of just getting control. Now, I will say, you guys got a really good P1, a really good break. So you're going to go through plane. What's going to happen now is you guys are going to be setting up a pinch. So every kill your teammates are getting is setting up a pinch right now. You're doing a good job of pinching. I like this play. Now you're going to go through, there's going to be 1 on the hill. Okay, so they're actually kind of all over the place. So no one's on the hill. The fact that someone just got, just a little tip right now. Where do you think the player on the hill is right now?
My close left, which I knew.
Yeah? Okay.
Yep, right there. I lost the gunfight.
But again, I think it's your equipment you're not using. So your teammate's with you, so you either wait for him or... I don't mind you playing aggressive here, but one thing, I actually spoke to someone I play with a lot, right? He runs an AR role, and when I play against him in 8s, I noticed that I always kill him close range, and what I realized was he doesn't use his pistol. Scenarios like this, you should be using a pistol, in my opinion. The way the AR works is a sprinter fire is just not as good as a sub, right? So when you're sliding in like this, if he's pre-aiming you, by the time you get your gun up and shoot, he's already made you weak. Now, when it looks 50-50, but look at this. He's actually killed you before you've even shot 3 bullets, right? Because the sprinter fire is not as good. So right there, what I think you should be doing is getting your Renetti out, either chucking a stun or getting your Renetti out and being a bit more aggressive. Do you think that's fair?
Yeah, that's a good point.
And another thing is, if you're going to wait here, like a really, really heads-up play, in my opinion, would to be just chill. I think some people get so panicky about the hill, okay? Right now, you guys have a really good setup. Just go prone. Honestly, this is what I would say, bro. Go prone, okay? You know one of them's in the hill. You know number 1's in the hill. The game's not on the line at this point. Because we're so early, you're fine. I would literally go prone. I would wait here. I would watch behind. Let your teammate wrap around. As soon as he's ready... So now that you've watched behind you, as soon as he's ready to push in, communicate, say, right, I'm pushing in when you're ready. As soon as he slides in, you then slide in together. So one thing is, while you're waiting for him, just watch behind you. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to stand here and get pinched from behind, okay? So right now you see you're kind of stressing because you're like, we need to get there quickly. Your teammates have just got a 2-piece. There's only going to be 1 on the hill realistically. So either chuck a stun on the left, slide in with a pistol, or wait for your teammate, okay? I think what you did was the worst play because you let your teammate go in after he gets a trade, but you could probably get that trade without dying, okay? Now you're going to spawn to Curry. Oh, okay. So interesting. You actually don't spawn with your teammates. So what that tells me is that they didn't block the spawns properly and there's people at the back. But can you see this importance now? This is so important. If you play this a little bit better, if you waited for what? Let's see when your teammate comes. Your teammate is right there, okay? 1, 2. If you waited 2 seconds, at most 2 seconds, look what you would have spawned. You would have been alive there, okay? You would have been on the hill. Instead, just from that one play, 2 seconds you could have waited, look where you spawned. You spawned the other side of the map. So from you not waiting 2 seconds, you've cost your rotation about 20 seconds. And this is where people don't realize. They get very impatient. They try to get aggressive. They stop him getting the hill. Look, you gave him 4 seconds. Even if you gave him 6 to 8 seconds, that's okay. Because you would have held that hill. I think your life there, playing your life is worth more than giving him 2 or 3 seconds. Does that make sense, sir? You know what I mean?
Yes,
Because
exactly.
now, although you rushed and like ran for it, you saved what, 1 second, right? But you've actually 20 seconds behind the rotation. Now look, you're running through and you're just hoping your teammates can get the kills. But look, replays gets a 2-piece. And now look, the 4 seconds you try to save, you've given to them anyways. So you might as well just hold it and get it at a time. Now your teammates outnumbered, you're behind one. A little bit of trigger discipline right there. Okay. Good kill, but trigger discipline, okay? Something we got to work on as well. So we're going through. Now, you're in a good spot. You're behind them. You are behind them right now. They don't know you're here because their team's bad security. Right now, you're not going to get that kill. Just wait. Take your time. Don't shoot there because now you've given up your position. You kind of have to go now. Now that you stunned it and now, you know what I mean? Like, now that they know you're here, it's a good stun. They've tried to stun as well. And now, look, now you're 1v2. You go forward. You take out one. Look, your teammates are all dead. You get traded back to square one. Now they've got a good setup. So it all kind of has like a domino effect. All from that first play of you rushing a little bit too fast. You've lost your spawns. You're kind of out of the game. And just like that, they've got about 30 seconds, right? Now, you're spawning at the back. You get quite fortunate here. You're with your team. You're going to break it. You're going to go forward. You're now 4 versus 2 in the hill. So they're going to push through. So good call from your teammate. He's weak in time. There you go. So look what your teammates in here. Something we can learn from, okay? Look at this. Your teammate played for information. This was great play from your teammate. Shout out to him. He played for information. He waited for your other teammate to push the side door. They're able to get that kill without losing a life. Okay?
I got one down as well.
So you're going to go through. Okay, small play here, bro. What do you think you could do differently here? What do you think I'm missing? What do you think the problem is?
So my plan was just to get on time and let them push out because I knew I was playing like not good. So I was just going to try to play hill. But if you're looking for a different route, maybe push.
No, that's fine, man. That's fine. It was more. I was more going to say that there's no reason for 3 of you to be on hill right now. Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you calm that? Let's listen to this. Let's listen to this. Don't say anything for a second. Okay. Let's calm this. Let's listen to the comms and let's see if you actually say it. Because if you don't say it, that's a big problem because it's the same scenario. Okay, it's about communication. So if you're going to be the guy that plays the hill there, you need to be like, right, push out, I've got hill, okay? You need to be clear, because if you're not, it's all about split decisions, right? It's all about 1 second decisions. The longer you say to take, the longer you take to say that, the longer it's going to take for your team to rotate, and the more they're going to set up. So let's listen now, okay?
I got one down as well. Start playing the plane.
So you didn't comment, and you actually end up rotating yourself. Okay,
yeah, it was hard to remember exactly what.
No, that's fine. But do you see what I mean, though? Now again, we're looking in hindsight, and we're just trying to help you improve. So from this play, you can see, and you're saying, right, I'm a bit of a blender. I kind of want to play here, and I want them to spray out. That's fine. But because that's in your head, that doesn't mean your teammates are going to assume the same thing. So you need to be clear as possible. So right now, as you're approaching, this is where you need to train yourself to communicate while playing. Everyone in the comment source is so important. You should say, right, I want to stay in hill. So right now you should say, yo, push out, I've got hill. Just make it very clear. Push out, I've got hill. I've got old. Okay, you've got old, push out. But look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 seconds is enough for them to get a bit more adjusted. That's 5 seconds too many, okay? Because now they're set up, you're going to push forward. And look, let's see if you get your pistol out. Okay, you're going to get your AR out again. Again, look at this, right? This is such a big play that is. Remember the Skid Row video when I said you didn't watch your right on P1? Do you remember on the very first hill? You ran through and you didn't watch your right. Remember that?
Yes, I remember.
Yeah. Same thing in terminal, but this one's actually even more of you should be watching this. So when someone's set up in the plane, I'll say majority of the time they have someone in the back. Okay, they mostly have someone in the back watching the front with an AR because it's very easy to hold it. What you did right now is you went in the plane. You didn't even shoulder. You just went straight to the cockpit and you stood out in the open. Now, you got very fortunate because you didn't. Now, look at this.
I think I was chasing a ghost.
But even if someone was there, the point is you didn't even worry about the right, where most of the time someone's going to be positioned. So you weren't really chasing a ghost. I understand what you did because someone was there. But the problem wasn't that. The problem was you just slid in. So even if the player was here, if they had someone set up, like I said, remember, most of the time this would happen. You got very fortunate here. If they had someone set up there, you've given them a free kill. Okay? Once he kills you, so you just stood out in the open. Once he kills you, you then spawn back security. And that's, again, another 20 seconds wasted for the team. Okay? So look at this. You actually got, look, you turn around and think about it. Imagine if you, I want you to like, be honest. If you were this guy right now, look, wait 1 second. If you were someone standing there, okay, if that was you standing right there and this player was me and I did this, I came around the corner, turned around, would you be able to kill me by now?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah?
Yes.
Like, I've given you like 6 seconds, right? So now you're centering, and even then, he's giving you so much time, and he's able to kill you. So imagine if he didn't give you any time there. The fact that they didn't rotate is actually a poor play from them. But look, someone was actually there. I don't know what that kid's doing. Let's go back and see. I'm not sure if you saw him, but look at this.
Was there somebody in there?
Yeah, someone was right there. So the reason why, because he was one shot, he backed off. But imagine if he just held the angle, he would have killed you. Let's see. No, right there. Okay, so if he just held the angle, he would have killed you. So again, it's just about, don't just push into areas. And take your time sometimes. I think we've seen this a lot. I know you've not played since the last gameplay. Obviously, we're doing the back-to-back sessions. But one thing I've noticed specifically is that you run into gunfights a lot. And it's like you don't have any teammates and you just have to chow yourself. And in this game, you're going to get costed a lot by that. Because of how much setups work with this game, you really need to work with your team. Yeah?
In cockpit.
Gotcha.
Now, the team you're going up against, they may be good at shooting, but they're not great at holding the hill because they've actually given you spawns by accident. So, again, they've given you spawns for free, and, you know, that's just something that they've done bad. So it's not like your team did good at breaking hill. They just did a really bad job of holding the spawns there. So something we need to work on is making sure that when we have the spawns, like here, we got a very lucky spawn, maybe push through the back. So the new hardpoint just popped, okay? So you still have 60 seconds of this hardpoint. You're not in a rush right now. And I think what you're constantly doing is you're constantly rushing. What you're doing now is you're going through the middle of the map up the orange slide, okay? This is probably the worst route you can take because they can see you from the middle alley, they can see you from the back of the plane, they can see you from white, they can see you from the window. There's so many times and areas they can shoot you from. Now you're by yourself, you got the good spawn here. You should be trying to make a play through the back of the plane and getting spawns for your team, okay? You should be trying to hold the back of the plane and make sure you guys have it from the back there. Instead, look, you run out in the open, you're trying to get in hill, look, you got your pistol out, but look, someone's on your right and it's a free kill. You can't really do anything there.
Yeah, he pushed me, he's weak.
Yep. Yeah, that was a bad play.
Yeah, but I think it's not like it's a bad play. I think you're just running straight a lot of the time and you're not thinking, what's the best scenario right now? What's the best play to do?
Right. Yeah, that's exactly. This is what I was talking about.
Again, map awareness, okay? Wherever you spawn right. I think right now, go top white, okay? Your team is going middle. I think it's about splitting the push. Right now, you're going through middle. And again, you're standing in the open. Why not jump top white, have vision on there, and just like be able to shoot them there, like shoot down at them from high ground and start controlling the gunfights. Just start being a bit more aggressive and getting pressure on the opponents. Right now, I feel like you're just running out in the open and just kind of relying on luck because like even when you're pre-aiming, you're just not really sure where they're going to be. You're just hoping for a good angle. But right now, it's just not a good setup because there's so many areas they could be. Like, look at this right now. You know they're going to be playing, and you know someone's probably back playing. They're actually watching you. Look, you're just sliding across, and they're already watching you. Look, they've got someone back playing. He's watching the whole cross.
Where there's no windows, you can walk in.
Yep.
So 35 seconds left. Now you're going to go through. Okay, it's time to play burger. So I like this. Okay, now I think the other team. I know you said at the beginning they're pretty good. I don't think they're good at hardpoint. To be honest with you, I think they're good at shooting. I don't think they understand the game. And the fact that you guys, I know you showed me the score at the end. You were a bit of a blender. And the fact that you almost won goes to show how bad the other team actually played. So what in scenarios like this when you're in a bit of a blender, you just got to make sure you're rotating well and getting easy kills. Okay, you got good gun skill. It's about getting easy kills. The way to get easy kills is to have good setups, right? Because then you get free kills. So right now with 30 seconds left, communication. Okay, you should say, right, this is so important. When you're on this burger hill, everyone watching, burger is a money hill. You want to hold it from back security, okay? You want to hold it from this side of the map. This is the setup you want. You want someone in the hill on the right corner, okay? That's perfect. He doesn't need to challenge anything. If he wants, he can sometimes peek and get 1 or 2 shots off. You have to be very careful when you're playing the hill person here. But what you can do is if you're really effective, you can sometimes just pepper 1 or 2 shots off and back off. Just be very annoying and make sure that they don't get a free kill on you. Right. Then you have another player watching over. The player here is going to be on a head glitch, watching over. So between you two, you're going to be making sure no one crosses through. You then want a player sitting back P2, basically watching the flank, making sure no one pushes you. He should also be positioned in an area where if one of you dies, he can transition to the left. And then you want number 4, probably sitting like around like here, watching library. And this is the whole point of this, okay? You have everything covered. If, for example, number 3 dies, you then work around it and you then make sure you back off and maybe number 4 backs off to hold spawns and you play a different angle. The whole point is to adjust depending on your setup. If number 4 dies and number 3 is alive, he can then back off and for a second he can watch library and watch your right. Yep. Okay? If you die watching the cross, Again, same thing. Number 4 can push over and he can help the guy on hill. Number 3 can then push over and he can watch library and watch the right, okay? So it's all about making sure you have the setup, okay? That's the perfect way to hold Burger Hill, in my opinion. So now that we know that, do you have anything to say about that? Do you think there's anything different we could do or anything we need to adjust here?
No, I like it. I like that setup. Yeah.
So now we've got the setup in our head. Let's see if we can execute it, because execution is the hardest part, okay? The setup's the easy part, but how can we execute it? So right now you're going forward, great shots. You take out one. So now I love what you're doing. You're going to go through, you're going to slide in hill. Perfect. So like you said, you're going to hold hill. You're going to be this team support player to watch over. Now, I don't like people staying down in hill, but I don't want to be a hypocrite. This is so important. I like people in the hill to be as impactful as possible, but do not die. You cannot die. And there's a bit of a skill gap. I think people really think if you sit in hill, you just need to stay down like this. I think people really think that that's the best way to play. But I don't believe that. I think the best way to play, because if you think about it, right now, what you're doing is you're giving your teammates a 3 versus 4. As soon as one of your teammates die, they're in a 2 versus 4. You're actually being irrelevant. Imagine if you could sit on the hill and just pepper shots a little bit, just shoulder, get 1 or 2 shots off, just be a nuisance, but stay like right now. Imagine you get a shot off right now, like what you're doing now. This is fine. I think you should be confident in your ability to stay alive. However, if you die, it is your fault. So you need to make sure you don't die. Does that make sense of the balance?
Yeah, no, I agree 100%
Look,
with
perfect.
that.
Right there. Look what you just did. Shoot him, go prone. That's perfect. Even earlier, what you should do right now, look, let's watch it back. Right there, if you had a slightly better shot, as soon as you shoot him there, go prone. Okay? My point is, look, you've got shots off. So this guy here, you've made him weak. You've made him weak so he's not going to push now. You've done your job. Now you go prone, you reposition, you get full health. Still play safe, okay? Play safe as fuck. Make sure you do not die. Play safe. But pepper shots at them. Like, this is perfect. You've made him weak, but don't leave it. Like, this is too much. Don't even risk it this much. You see what I mean? You just got to make sure you pepper your shots off. Now you're fine. Like, even that, you're weak here. So you sliding across is dangerous. You shouldn't do it because you're so one shot, because you over challenge a little bit. That's what I mean. If you were like, you should have like, you know what I mean? Like, you should be confident in your shot here. If you can get that first shot, you take him out. But this was good. I don't mind this play. So that you go through. I think right there, if you don't miss your first few shots, you actually get that kill, and it's a massive advantage, okay? So because you missed your first few shots right now, because you've got him weak, you should back down. Now you're one shot. You actually do a wrong play. You actually slide across. So right now, look, if he kills you right now, you've made the worst play possible. You know what I mean? Look at this. You're actually out in the doorway. You got very lucky he didn't kill you. So you shouldn't have backed off there. You should have stayed where you were and just stayed down. And now, same thing. What you should be doing is just jumping back to the left here and just being a bit more helpful for your team. Because look, now this guy's by himself. I really think you could just help them out a little bit more. But I think this is a big skill gap. So I'm not going to pressurize you too much. I just think people watching this at home, if you're trying to improve and you really want to maximize the way you play, I do honestly think you can help your teammates on the hill. I do really think that. I think what happens is against good teams when you're 3 versus 4, you just need that extra support. But your teammates did a really good job of holding the hill, and you did a good job of playing your life, okay? So well done there. Burger Hill is a massive hill. You guys actually get 60 seconds there, and fair play your team. They held that really well. Now you're going to go through and hold the next hard point. So again, let's back off, see what happens there.
He called this guy out book, and I just didn't center right, I think.
Yeah? Okay.
Like, I didn't know he was laying down right. Oh, never mind. Never mind, that's a different play, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. No worries, bro. So I think right now, again, it comes down to a lot of the time, I feel like you get on the hill very urgently, like the game's about to be over. The way you play sometimes, it's like it's 249 to 249. Okay?
Probably.
I agree.
I think sometimes you need to let them have 5 seconds for you to get 30. I really believe that that's the best way to play. I do think every time I've seen you play in the last 2 maps, every hill, you approach it like the game's on the line. If you take your time, you slow the game down, and I'm sure a lot of people have the same problem. Right now, if you let them get to, not let them, if they get to 90, but you get to 160, that is a better play than if you're scared for them to get to 83. You know what I mean? And die. Like, that's fine. If they've got a setup, work as a team. They might get 5-10 seconds. If you break it, you'll get 30 to 40 seconds. And that will kind of, you know, lead up, and overall you'll win the game by 2 hard points. So
yeah, I
right
think I
now,
should have pushed right here. I think I should have went towards CSA.
That's my point. That's my point. So right now, look at this. This is perfect setup. You're now in a 2 versus 2. One's in the hill, one's on the right. Your teammate dies on the hill. This guy here is fighting the guy on the right. Now, you know spawns are more important, okay? So right now, there's no need for you to jump in the hill, because look, you look at this. You've left your teammate, you've slid in the hill. They know you're going to be at the back. This guy's got the advantage. He's behind the desk. and he doesn't even kill you. The other guy kills you. Now your teammate gets a trade, all right? I'm assuming he gets a trade. Let's see. Look where you spawn. Look where you spawn.
Yeah, look where I spawn. Yeah, I should have went right. I knew it. Yeah.
Right now, bro, even if you stood on the golf cart, went on the right, played your life and held the spawns, you're more impactful staying alive in spawns than dying and spawning out. Because right now, let's look, you're doing nothing, you're dead. Okay, cool. You're out of the game, you're out of the game. Going forward, you're out of the game. Let's see when you get a gunfight, right? 40 seconds left, okay? They got 98 points, right? When did that play happen? They had 82. So right now, if I said to you, right now, if you played for that kill, and then you went in the hill, how long would you have said that would have taken? 10 seconds, maybe?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah? What would you say, more or less?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah? So let's say you played for that, you would have had spawns, and they would have had maximum 92 seconds, okay? Instead, you've given them that time, they now have 100 seconds and spawns. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a completely different scenario, but it's not a good scenario. It's even worse, and they've had more time. So sometimes people rush in the hill to save 1 or 2 seconds, but you actually end up, you gave them 20 and the spawns. It's just not a trade that's worth it. And now look, you give them 21 seconds, 22, you're pushing in, you're sliding in, you're by yourself. There you go. You finally broke it, but they have 104 points. They actually had 88 when it started, or 82. They had 82 when it started, okay? Now they're spawning on the back. Good kill.
No, bottom EC. Sitting on the stairs.
So right there, you show that you can shoot. So why are you getting fried this game? It's not because of your gun skill. It's because of your aggression, your positioning. You just running out in the open and trying to get in the hill so much. It's like when someone, you know, when you want something really bad and you end up doing the opposite. That's what you're kind of doing. Okay, you really want the win. You're really going for the hill, but you're kind of costing yourself. Like, look at this. This is a good shot right now. If you were a complete bot, I would tell you, bro, we need to work on your shot. We need to go through some drills. The fact that you look at this right now, this was really good tracking and really good kill. Okay, I've seen you snap on a few people, but you've got like 4 kills this lobby. If I just saw this 1 kill, I'd say, oh, this guy's pretty decent. But I wouldn't see your KD and say, no, wait, this wasn't the same person. Okay, because we're working on your awareness and your positioning. A lot of the time, you're just sliding in with an AR and you're not putting yourself in an advantage. When you really set up and you're in a gunfight, you're playing pretty well. Okay, now, what we said is the same. Remember what we said for Burger Hill? Do you remember the setup we had for Burger Hill? It's the exact same for P1, okay?
Okay.
So you want someone sitting here instead of Burger. You want someone in the, if you can play contest spot, perfect. If it's not allowed, whatever, just sit on the hill. You want someone sitting over there. You want someone sitting on the right, okay? That way you've got the right covered, you got library covered, you got 2 people watching hill. If someone dies, you rotate. It's a little trade, okay? Happy?
Happy. Yep.
Look at the minimap. You've almost got that set up. So what you have is you have someone in library, you have someone watching right, and you have someone on the hill. So you've spawned up. You are number 1. You've spawned up. Where do you think you should go?
Did anybody die? No. So
No,
I think I should rotate over to Burger. I think I should rotate over to Burger.
I agree. You should help him on the hill because the pressure is going to most likely come from Eskies, right? He's by himself. The pressure is most likely going to go to the hill. Number 4 is only watching the flank in case of an overextension. He's like the insurance player right now, making sure you guys are holding spawns. He might not even get any kills right now. He's just doing the dirty work, okay? Number 3, he's watching the mid cut in case someone comes through. So number 3 and number 4, they're just playing safe in case of anyone's overextension. You 100% should be helping your teammate on hill because he's going to have the most action. But look what you do. So 10 seconds left. Okay?
Yep, went to the right.
You went to the right. Now you have 2 players watching this hill. If someone comes through, your teammate is good enough to kill him by himself. You don't need to watch this area. Your job right now should be to help your guy in the hill. Now let's see how long it takes you to react.
He might have actually saw me and reacted because I made the wrong play.
Exactly. Yeah. Look at that. Your teammate said, okay, cool, I'm gonna back off. But we don't want that. Actually, no, your teammate, he said, no, I want to chill with you, bro. I like you. He's gonna chill with you.
Yeah.
So look at this. You guys are trying to get better as a team. This is plays we need to minimize as much as possible, okay? Look at this. He puts a trophy down. So both of you are kind of in the wrong here. But now, okay. I want to hear the call out. I think, okay, I actually like this a lot. This is really good because it's such a bad play. We can learn from it, okay?
All right, yeah.
Look at this. Let's listen to the call out from your teammates, okay?
One more on front.
One more on front, okay?
I'm gonna need help time.
I'm gonna need help time. Okay? Your teammate said I'm gonna need help time. You hear that?
Yeah.
Right? Now let's look at the kill feed.
Yeah.
Your teammate now dies on time from a pistol. So what that means is they had enough time to push through and collapse on your teammate. It's not his fault because he was holding time by himself. I feel sorry for the guy. He sounds so sad, man. Make sure he's all right, bro. He sounds upset after that. So look at that. He's by himself. He's on hill. He gets killed. After he said that need help on time, your teammate then reacts. The point is we should be quicker. We shouldn't be waiting for a teammate to say, I need help on time. That should be natural. Now, the reason I'm saying this is before the hill even popped. Remember I showed you the setup? Because I'm always having an image in my head of an ideal setup. Once I know the setup to have, I work around it. And that's what people would say to me, how do I work my positioning? Well, I spawn here. I have a teammate on the left, teammate middle, teammate right. Where do we want a second teammate? I want them on the left. I will go to the left. That's all it is, okay?
Gotcha.
Perfect. So now you're going to go through the left. Your teammates have both died. You're going over. You get the kill. But it's a little bit too late because what's happened now? Where's your teammates? They're both dead, right?
Yeah, they're both dead. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry. Just 1 second.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so now your both teammates are dead. Now you have to go to the left here, and now you have to help them out. Now your teammates are spawning behind you. So what you had was a really good setup. You kind of had this whole area. Now your teammates spawning back here. They now have this area of the hill. Okay? Go through. Now you're on the hill. And again, like, it's just like, you should have this time right now. This shouldn't be contested. You know what I mean? Like, this should be your time right now.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And now look, and now you got 3 people here because you guys were so panicky because you lost the hill. You're so panicky. Your teammate died library, and now you guys are actually kind of screwed here because you actually kind of trapped in a corner. You now have 3 people over here. Okay, your teammate dies library. Again, if the other team were a bit more efficient with their rotations, they should send someone through P2 right now. If the player P2 was about there, and the other teammates were pushed up, right? Let's just say this was their setup. Let's say they were pushed up like this. If this guy was over here, your teammate number that dies, he would literally spawn there. And you would flip spawns in a bad way, okay? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see it.
Now let's see where your teammate spawns. Your teammate gets a good spawn because their player here wasn't aggressive enough. If this player was somehow pushed through, he would have spawns. He might still be around there, but he needs to be like at the back to block the spawns. So he might have snuck through, but you're gonna see for the next gunfights. So let's see what happens now. So now you've done a good job of holding the offense. You get the kills. I do think the opponents kind of trolled there. I think you guys did a good job recovering, but I think the opponents definitely trolled there, in my opinion. Like, the fact that they lost all those gunfights, I think was really bad from them. But let's see what you do now. You're going to go through. You're going to hold the left-hand side. Perfect. So, like we said, I think P2 is the exact same thing. Exact same thing as P1, but I'm going to show you one difference, okay? And once you look at it like this, you're probably going to realize it's a lot easier than people think it is. So before, this is our setup for Burger and P1. This is our setup, right? You had one there, one library, one left, yeah? And then you had our roaming player. Happy with that?
Yep.
Exact same thing. This time, player 4 backs off a bit. He watches library. Player 2 plays on the head glitch. If he wants to play here, wherever. He watches the front. Player 1, he can back off this time because he doesn't need to get the hill. He can just watch over. So now, instead of playing aggressive, he can play here, though. You can actually still play here. The reason why I like playing here, I actually like playing Burger when I'm on the left because you actually stop them from pushing out, okay? You want to stop them from pushing out. Now, where do you think player 3 should go on P2 now?
I think it should be on P2.
There you go, spawn. Okay? So now, just to hold the spawns, you can play a little bit more back if you want, like 2 can sit here. Even number 1, if he wants just to hold spawns, can play a little bit back, just to make sure you guys don't lose spawns. You can play a little bit more conservative at the back. But now, you have the exact same setup as P4 and P1. The only difference is one player. So P4, one plays in Burger. P1, that plays on hill. P2, he's on hill as well. So what have you noticed? It's the exact same setup. You just have the player on the hill and you work around him. Okay? That's it. Exact same thing. So whenever the player's on the hill, you have 2 people watching that angle. That's all it is, bro, for 3 hard points of the game. Actually, 4 hard points of the game, basically. Because when you're in library, you can have the same thing where you can have one in library, one watching over him. You can basically have 4 hills of the game just from 3 players holding these angles. Honestly, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's why security is so good. Because, yeah, literally. Because P1, P2, P4, and P5, you can have the same setup. Okay?
Yeah. Agreed.
Looks lucky.
Tungsten library dead.
Pushing through back.
Good kill.
See, I'm watching front like this because I
Okay.
know that AR ammo.
Now, one thing I want to say. You're doing good here. Good play, but communication.
Back.
soon as your teammate dies library, I like this. You turn around, you get library, okay? Look at this. You get the kill.
Pushing through back.
Now, what have you given up?
P1.
P1, right? So what you should do is your teammate that spawns up, who is it? What's his name? MW3, right? You should say, yo, pick up left, pick up burger. Okay? Because what you're doing is you're now substituting with him. He dies, you pick it up. Great play, really good play, you pick it up. Now you're going to push library and hold it. But you've let go of P1. You don't want someone to sneak on by it because you've let go. So you need to tell your teammate when he spawns, pick it up.
And I
so you push
probably
through.
did.
Yeah, exactly. So you see what I mean? So look, now you're in a good spot, but look at your teammate. He's going right. Great kill, by the way, but your teammate's going right. No one is... So look, now you're backing off and watching P1. Now, this is what I mean. Right now, this is a perfect example, okay? This is a perfect example of communication between teammates. So let's back off and see what happens. So you go through, your teammate dies library, you're going to push through and take out one. Great play. Now, instead of playing passive, you're actually going to get aggressive, and I really like this play. But what you should be doing, instead of getting aggressive and not saying anything, let's see what happens. You get the kill. You should be telling your teammate, I've got library, hold P1. Instead of communicating, you actually back off yourself. You give up library, you get an AR, you start to panic and watch P1. But another person has come through library. So you could have had that kill. Instead, you back off, you watch the left, you made yourself one shot, and now you're trapped in a corner. But you see the difference? Like, you could have literally held that.
Yeah. I see it now.
All you have to do, this is what you have to do, bro. Get this kill.
Just pick a different angle in there and lay down or something.
Bro, stand behind the head glitch. Stand behind the head glitch. They have to come from the left. That's it. You would have had a 3-piece right there. You would have had a 3-piece. It's not your gun skill. I promise you, it's not your gun skill. It's your positioning. Because now let's see what happens. Now, your teammate dies library. What you gave up, you now push through. You actually slide in like we spoke about not to do with an AR. And you get killed. You guys got 2-pieced. Because you were all over the place. When you actually made a god play, you just kind of just fumbled it by running all over the place. See what I mean, though? Like, do you see it unfold there?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I see it.
And because you have spawned, you guys still spawn there, so you're chilling. Now, 224 up. How do you lose this game? We got to look at this.
This is what happens on terminal, bro. You cannot give up that security side after playing, like...
So right now, you should be rotating. Okay, you win the game on the next hard point. You should be rotating here. 15 seconds left, okay? So every second you waste is a waste right now. You should be rotating. You get this kill, perfect. You should be running through the left here. You should be back, because you're weak, because you're one shot, instead of going forward, back off, go left, and rotate around. 100%. That's what you should be doing, okay? Look, you're taking your time. This is what I mean. Every second is wasted. You're wasting too much time here. You're going through the front, you get killed, okay? Where you spawn? You're going to spawn back security? There you go. So right there, you see what you waited. I already know what's happening. You waited 10 seconds there. You get killed by going through lane. You get killed, you spawn back out. So now look, you waited 15 seconds, okay? Perfect. Not perfect, but yeah. You go through, you're going P2, you're fighting nothing, you're fighting scrap time, which is done, the hill's rotated. Again, you're waiting 10 seconds here. Look what you're doing. You're wasting so much time, okay, bro?
Got you.
Waiting time, you're going through. Now you're going through front plane by yourself. So you're gonna go through the side. This is what you guys need to pinch as a team. So one goes through the back, one goes through the front, maybe 2 through the front, 1 through the back. The guy pinches them, he gets a 2-piece, you're by yourself. Now, but you're by yourself. You got a good spot here. You don't need to play aggressive. Now you can take your time and hold it.
I play aggressive, yeah.
Unless you get a god play and get a 4-piece, you're going to die here. So what you should do, stand on the right and use it as cover and just wait. Wait for your teammate to help you out a bit. When there's a gap, then you pinch. He knows they got a call. 3 down. Last guy might be flanking. Okay, 100% that's their call. Look at this. You slide counter, he's already holding you. He's already holding the angle. He takes you out. Now your teammate's coming again. Look where you spawn. Back security. Maybe back dreams. There you go. 30 seconds wasted. Same thing. Now, you're like, you know what? This is chalked. I'm going to rotate burger. Let's win the game. Okay, I like it. Not bad play. 25 seconds left. Let's see what happens. The problem here. This is where I think you need to have a line of sight. This is why I think you have to have more confidence in yourself, okay? You're by yourself right now. You don't know where they're coming from. What you should be doing is standing on the ledge on the right. Stand on there, stand on the cookers, and just watch over yourself because your teammates aren't with you right now. You can't just sit on the hill because they're going to push you. You should have confidence right now to stand on the cookers and at least fight for yourself until your teammates come here, okay? And just at least like shoulder it. Just don't die, but just shoulder it. Look what you're doing. You're staying down, and I'm assuming they're going to push you here. Your teammate's watching the back. Okay, not bad. But again, it's not the best setup. He's by himself. You know, you're kind of watching over. And right now, to be fair, you should be able to win the game here. You get 2 down. Your teammate should push the right here. Let's see what happens.
On the right side, there's 2 of them. Books, replay.
Okay, so A better angle for you. Look what you're doing here. Again, it's all about angles. This is so important, okay? It's one little play here could have probably won you the game. Instead of peeking through the front door, which is very risky, okay, like we said, we want you to play aggressive but not risky. You're peeking at your whole body showing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why not go on top of the counter there and watch through the gap and just watch his library? Just making it easy for him.
100%. I don't know why I did it like that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you could have just, like, right now you're exposing your whole body, right? Now, look, you could have watched the same angle from a head glitch, okay? Now, what you could have done, you could have just held his library and told him, Ezra, I've got your library, watch your right. Again, small call outs like this. Because look, he's library. Bro, you would have had that kill. You would have had that kill right there, and you would have won the game. Okay?
Yeah, you're right.
Look at that, one kill would have won you the game. How crazy is that? Because you would have had that kill. That's 3 down. That's easy 20 seconds. Your teammates are here. You tell your teammate, one of you watch MWIII, I've got his library. It's all about the communication, okay? You need to be more urgent. Like, yo, I've got your library. Watch your right. And like I said, if you're on the head glitch, that, I think you have a free kill there. At least you make him one shot, right? You make him one shot, he backs off. The point is, he doesn't back you off, and you're able to help them. So now let's play it out.
Books, replays weak.
Now 2 of them are there, and your teammate dies. You could have got that kill. Your teammate would have been alive. Now look. One middle. So you call that. Now look, your teammate dies. You're by yourself. This is not good. I like the stun. Really, really good stun. Really good stun.
It's lucky.
Yeah. I think you just got to slide across there. I think that, I don't know, it's just a bit hard, man. I think you got to buy yourself time. What you want to do here is your teammates coming there. I personally prefer this corner because you can hide behind them. He has to cross and then go towards you. But either way, your teammates should have helped you. They shouldn't be able to get in there. I think that's on your teammates, to be honest. And your nade actually hit you, which is a bit unfortunate, but...
Again, ran out of ammo.
Yeah, should have played a different side there.
Yeah, but I think the nade was a bit unfortunate. But look, you guys got broken there. All because of 1 or 2 plays, man. You guys just didn't rotate early enough as a team. You didn't hold the angles, and now you have to break it together. Let's see what happens.
One time, or...
Yeah.
Hey, your teammate's on the left. I don't know what he's doing, but you just be communicating. Yo, let's push library together. I don't know what he's doing there. I don't know what he's doing. So right now, you should be telling him, yo, let's go library together. Okay? But look, you don't say anything. You slide in. You're by yourself. I remember I said, all the time you're dying is because you're trying to break kills yourself. Look at that. You go through. You're not winning the gunfight. He's on a head glitch, okay? You die. Your team, you're by yourself. You spawn on the other side of the map. 20 seconds, you've given them about 100 points here in a row. You're like, now you're starting to get stressed. You're like, shit, I was going to push through. I'm going to full send it. There you go. Remember what I said?
Running. Yeah.
How easy is this whole... What have I said to you? 4 hard points in a row, right? Everyone's watching this area, right?
Yep.
Yeah? Look what you do. Like you said, bro, you got caught running. Easy kill. You got your equipment to work with. You get caught running. You're hoping that no one challenges you. Good play from him. He's holding the right, like we said. He holds it. Easy kill. You're going to spawn back plane, probably back P1. There you go. You spawn back Eskies. There you go. Other side of the map. Same thing, man. Now you got the hill. You got the breakthrough.
Trophy and 1 stun long, right? Burger.
One of you should be watching this lane, and one of you should be helping him on hill. But the problem is the communication. If you want to watch his lane, you should tell him, I'm watching lane, go hill. If you want him to say, yo, watch my P2 lane, I'm going hill. Look at this.
I'll pick your P1 pinch.
Your teammate said, I'm picking up your P1 pinch. You hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Great communication from him. So he has your P1 pinch. So what that tells me is, this is your current setup. He's got your P1. You two are standing around here. This is something you guys could have won the game here. Even though you guys kind of trolled, you could have won the game here. You have 2 people here, you have 1 on the hill. You need at least 1 person helping him on hill. And you need 1 person maybe watching your flank, right?
Right.
It's all about communication right here. One of you should have said, I'm watching hill. One of you should have said, I'm watching flank.
Lucky burger.
Yeah.
The fact that you guys got the kills as well, there's only 2 people over your team. Your teammate just has to hold this now for 10 seconds and you just watch over him. Now, this was a good stun. But the problem is that you're both running in a straight line. Even though he's stunned, he's got a free shot on you. Now, look.
Yeah, he made me weak and that was it.
If you held this angle...
I just hold it, yeah.
You held that, you get the kill. Now you're 3 versus 1 on the hill. You kill this guy. Look, you slid him with your 1 shot. This guy would have been dead because you would have had him as well. Your teammate would have had him. Now they get 2-piece. Your teammate's now by himself against 2.
Yeah, I think it's like just what you said. I'm just trying to get to hill too hard. Like,
yeah, you're just trying way too fast to get to hill. Yeah, exactly. Like, you only need 14 seconds. Even now, like, don't even panic. Like, you've got time. You only need 1 break.
3 in there, 3 in there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's your kick?
And that's just a hard kill, man.
Yeah. So I will say, although you didn't play the best, they had someone on 9 as well. I don't think they played good. I'll be honest. I think they played really bad hard points, and you guys should have won. I think it was just a few small rotation errors. But I think, honestly, in terms of what I know your gun skills are a lot better than the performance you put out. And I don't, like, if I saw your scoreboard, I was like, yo, this guy got fried 9 to 19. But if I saw your actual specific gun skill, like, I'm like, this guy's like, not bad. He's actually got a decent gun skill. So it's just about working on your positioning. And I feel like 10 or 15 of your deaths were just running into the open.
It was, dude. And that's exactly why I wanted to go through this. Yep, exactly. I knew it.
We'll go through
it when I'm playing.
Yeah, exactly. We'll go through it in a bit more detail in a second. I'm just going to end the video. YouTube, hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's a bit of a longer one. Basically breaking down terminal hardpoint. That was a bit of like a whole terminal hardpoint guide. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you found it useful. Again, shout out to MWIII for letting us kind of go over his gameplay and coach him. Obviously, it's a paid session, but he allowed us to put it on YouTube, so I really appreciate that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like, and I'll catch you guys in another video tomorrow. Peace.